Hey, welcome to the second course for the song So What by BAND-MAID from their 2017 album Just Bring It. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey. You're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. This is the second course, which is where we take a deeper dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. Trust me, I get better at talking as we go along. So let's hop on over and give this song a look. All right, So What is BAND-MAID at their most rebellious. The song blends attitude and frustration, self-doubt and radical self-acceptance, a declaration that you can't live your life pleasing others. It explores societal pressure, forced politeness, emotional suppression, the ache of trying to find your path alone, and the courage to walk a one way that belongs only to you. The verse shows insecurity, manipulation, failed expectations, confusion. The chorus flips it on its head. Let them laugh. Let them judge. I'm choosing my own direction. It's a rallying cry for individuality wrapped in a surprisingly emotional journey. Defiant on the surface, wounded underneath, but determined to move forward. Wow, that's a really neat line. Defiant on the surface, wounded underneath, but determined to move forward. All right, let's get down here into the lyrics. Sugar-coated brainwashing, soft and sweet. And I can't summon the fiery version of myself. Was self-expression banned or something, teacher? The world's already boiling over, and I'm already running full speed. No connections, no strategy, no cheat codes. A lot of interesting things in there. This sugar-coated brainwashing, soft and sweet, but she's struggling to summon this fiery version. I like this idea the world's boiling over. So the world's crazy, and I'm already running full speed. So what? Then what does it matter? If you just sit around waiting for your chance, nothing's ever going to change. If someone wants to laugh, let them laugh. I don't care about keeping up appearances. This burning impulse inside me, I just want to love it as it is. I want to stay someone who doesn't read the room. That's interesting. It's like that can be, I think they're both needed in all honesty, which I get it, the whole point of, and much of their music is this defiance, right? But I do think that there is also some wisdom in reading the room, understanding what's going on. Now, that doesn't mean you have to conform to the room, but having an idea of what's taking place and your position within it, I think is a beneficial thing. Even if I get left out, it doesn't matter. Totally on board with that. Pushed forward by a dream that won't fade. Because the reality is, if you're going to lead anything, if you're going to charge forward, you're going to have to be left out sometimes. Leadership can be a very lonely road. Now, hopefully you find people along the way that are like-minded with you, and sometimes you're the one that has to lead the charge, and then some people will come with you. But any type of leadership, any kind of change generally is going to involve a little bit of loneliness. Pushed forward by a dream that won't fade. Yeah, like she can't get rid of it. This dream's number one before she pushed forward with it is burning inside of her. And then it just keeps pushing her, compelling her. I break out onto my own one-way path. I'm carrying way too many blue contradictions. That's interesting because in an earlier song, they used the word blue, which does kind of represent that somber, sad type blue. I'm assuming that's the same. It may not have a note about it. No, but I imagine it's that same kind of sad type blue. My cheap little theories get shattered again and again. Riding into the headwind on a bike, remember that, darling? Expectations minus 200. Step on a landmine 10 times a day. Struggling without even knowing what freedom really means. Wow, it's a lot of interesting lines in here. So shine in the twilight streets. We walked together looking up at that tiny star. Undervalued, unable to sleep. I can't get that clear pair of eyes out of my head. Taillights stream past like blood-red waves. Wow, cool line. There's no place to go back to anymore. Okay, so yeah, because they're in a one-way street, so they're headed in the opposite direction of others. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, this would almost make you think that they're passing them, which could be the case, but they're still on their own path. Because the thought that I have is they're going in an opposite direction, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But obviously it just means the passing of vehicles and this reality there's no place to go back to anymore. I just want to walk forward with dignity. On the massive intersection poster under the pounding rain, sometimes it's okay to cry. Stay. So it almost seems like in the middle of pursuing, the one-way street, that there is still this maybe stopping, taking a break, staying, and having a good old cry. Every now and then you just need a good old cry. And it's not necessarily a pity cry, it's just like, it could be a lot of things. It could be fear. It could be frustration. It could be, missing something that was while you're in pursuit of what you want. But then it's about rallying yourself back together and continuing. If someone wants to laugh, let them laugh. Okay. Very cool. Let's go see the translation notes and see if there's anything that might illuminate for us. Sweet, loose brainwashing. So this would obviously be with that, what was it? The cotton candy? Was that what it said? Sugar-coated brainwashing. Okay. Refers to subtle conditioning from society, school expectations. Refusing to read the room, valuing authenticity over group harmony. Again, I think you can do both. But sometimes you have to threaten group harmony to walk in authenticity. It's my path, future direction. Red waves like blood. A poetic image of taillights at night, symbolizing emotional bleeding, longing. Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it still just paints this picture of moving in a direction. Because when I think of red waves like blood, it makes me think of almost like a long exposure picture as well. If you get cars that are driving past, creates these kind of waves of light. So whether they're headed in past them or oncoming going past them, I don't know. It just symbolizes to me that they're still just on their one-way street, even if there are others going in a different direction or passing by on their own street. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You just need to walk forward with dignity on your own one way. Very cool. All right. Well, that was the song So What? Let me know if there's anything you saw that I didn't see, or if maybe you see something a little bit differently. Let's have a conversation in the comments about it. Always great lines and interesting thoughts and painting cool pictures in their songs. But thanks for being with me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.